Hello everyone. Today, as you can see, we're going to be playing the original Pokemon Green version. But this was a modification of Pokemon Blue made into Pokemon Green. As you can see, most of the sprites that you're going to see are based off of the original game that came out way back in 1996. However, the sprites that we didn't get will be based off of the ones that came out for Pokemon Red and Blue that we got in the United States. You're going to see the original sprites in its own fruition. So with that being said, let us begin Pokemon quote-unquote Green version. I have to put air quotes because this is not actually the original Green. Now, Pokemon Green never came out outside of Japan. So the reason why we got Fire Red, Bleed Green, because that was like the original release that came out way back in 1996. That's why we didn't get a whatever they would have named the blue version. You see, the blue version that they had in Japan is the version that everybody got in the whole entire world. With that being said, let's do this. It's probably the only time I'm gonna actually play a game that's based on a Japanese only release. Squirtle, right? Yeah, Squirtle's in the middle. Let's see. Yep, an L in front of force. Now let's see our stats of our Bulbasaur. That ain't too bad. Keep in mind, there's no natures or anything that future games have. The only thing that sucks is this is not the original Pokemon Blue. We don't get the wonderful freaking front sprite of Ivysaur. But now you get to see the cursed sprites that we never got. Status moves have a chance of missing. Nice crit. I need a crit right now. You get 2 crits in a row, and I don't even get 1. Well, that's something. A crit will be nice. Thank you. Can I get another one? Nope. Thing is, I don't know if the translations are different that they made in this game, because in the original Green, the guy that was blocking the path was actually drunk, and they didn't want kids to know that he was drunk actually. So they changed it to him just, I don't remember what the original text says, but they changed it. since we didn't actually defeat Charmander, we didn't get any level. Well, at least you get to see the original sprites as they came out. Now, obviously there were modifications made since there's a lot of things in Pokemon Green that were very unstable, such as certain move animations causing this game to flash more than it did in the international release. Yep, this is different. What I was saying is different is the fact that they call it sharp and not marked. Do you kind of see Rattata? Yes. As you can see, Rattata animation and Rattata sprite really didn't change much. What is with everything critting? It's a speed tile. Alright, now we can actually continue on. It takes me back to when I first played Pokemon Blue. Alright. I don't know how he said he'll tell her to not lend you one, but you can go straight to her. And she'll give you one. I won't even need it because I already know Kanto like the back of my hand. Alright. I don't know if the movesets are different from green and blue. I don't know anything except for this is Pokemon Green in air quotes. Really. Tackle can miss, but at the same time, I wish it wouldn't. Don't you give us a potion for free? Yep. Now, is this sprite different in here? Nope, same sprite, but... Anyway. Since this is not like more future games where you get a free Pokeball and whatnot. We have to buy the Pokeball first. Let me just speed that up right quick so y'all don't have to see that. Alright, let's get some Pokeballs and see what we can catch on the western route since it's supposed to be based off of Pokemon Green. Let's see if anything changed. I know what we're supposed to get in the original game that we got from Pokemon Blue, but I don't know about Pokemon Green. Obviously, we can't face our rival, because if we face our rival, we're done for. Let's see what we see in here. Nidoran female. Now this would be the one that the blue side of blue gang gets. The reason why people speedrun Pokemon Red is because in Pokemon Red you get the male version. The thing is, I don't know what else we can catch here. Let's see. So far, this Nidoran female. Level 4? Yep. I don't know how this is tackle versus tackle. Level 7. There you go. Now you got the move that's gonna make you even better. Now all we need is Toxic. Which we don't get until the 5th gym. Tell you one thing, since this is a ROM hack of Pokemon Green, at least they colored all the sprites and whatnot. But I am curious, what else can we catch in the Western Hemisphere, the Western side? Not only that, but let's get that hidden item. If you know, you know. It's not in this spot, but you'll know what I'm talking about if you played this game before. The only thing I see is Rattata and Nidoran females. Now, Nidoran female, I have a question. What moves do you know? I love how you learn Growl first. Now, the thing is with Generation 1 Pokemon, what they did was whenever you get the Pokemon, that's when they are close to relatively to the level that they evolve to. I'm talking about in the later part of the game, so such as when you get Ponyta in Pokemon Blue, you get it right before it evolves at level 40. Don't even know if I got a good Nidoran. That's the sad part. But it makes you wonder, how did they get this sprite out of the sprite that you see before you? The female version has more special than the male version. Meaning, whenever she evolves, she will have the ability to use more special attacks than usual. Not only that, but the funny part is, since it's poison and ground type, which is funny that those two were the only poison and ground types until Gen 8? I want to say Gen 8. Since they were the only poison and ground types until Gen 8 or Gen 9. them two are the only time you can actually get a poison ground type. But what's funny is most of the poison ground types that they made has some aquatic base to them. What I mean is they could actually learn a water move, which is funny that they can learn a water move. The only time I see Nidoran female is level 3s. I want to get her to at least level 5. How close are you? I don't even know if this thing can give you 27 experience. Just don't use ground. I said don't use ground. And you use it anyway. I love how Growl can miss. I wish it would have missed sooner. Alright, we're nearing the end of this fight. And nope, you don't give me enough. As you can see, if I speed it up, the only thing you're gonna hear is a lot of mess you don't want to hear. So let me just tackle this right quick. And level 4. I don't know if level 4 is actually good enough to actually beat our rival to the west. I want to get her to level 5 at least. Now, a few things you need to know about Gen 1. This is the only generation where there's a type that and another type are weak to each other. Bug and poison. So if a bug and poison type gets hit by a bug move, it's super effective because, like I said, poison and bug are weak to each other in this gen. Still, the funniest thing that's the only instance where that's a true fact. And that being a fact means that when you use it against a a poison type, I'm gonna say a bug and grass type, it means that it's the only time where a Pokemon was 4 times weak to 3 types. Only Gen 1 can claim that. It's a speed time. And now that you're level 5, we can face our rival. It's not mandatory to face him, but it helps. Now before we face our rival, it's one thing we need to grab. There's a hidden item in this tree. It's not in the remakes of Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't think it is, because every time I do check that, it's not there. Still playing that item is there. It's still funny that until Generation 4, Bulbasaur was the only dual type grass starter until Gen 4. Now we want our starter to be first. That's mandatory. I love how Nidoran female already has more HP than our Bulbasaur. As soon as it gets level 6. The only 2 Pokemon we saw is Nidoran female and Rattata. Level 2. Level 3. I think the highest level we can encounter is level 4. Stop right here. Now, he does disappear after you get the first gym badge. Until then, he's here. It does 7 damage. 7 damage is a lot for it to be something that you're not weak to. Because this is Gen 1 and not Gen 2 where he's actually weak to it. Of course. How much this goes to? 5. How much do it do? 5. Even to you, 5 damage. I think we got 2 growls down before I had to switch. You can already hit now, come on. Passive damage is a good thing. That is if it lets me stall. With all these fails, sure. Finally. Now that we got one of them to hit. Let's heal you and then wait. Switch back to our daughter. Don't know how much damage you're gonna do. Gus is physical in this gen. 3 damage is not bad. The only thing about it is I want to weaken it a little bit more. Now if it crits us, then everything I did won't matter. I'm surprised it hasn't crit us considering how many crits we got at the start and then it crits now. Nope. 2 damage. And we get a crit. The thing that sucks is the farm banner is gonna be faster than us. Both of y'all deserve the level. Nope, don't need a switch. Level 8, it has Ember. It should have Ember. And Leech Seed didn't miss. And this thing still stay critting. It stays critting, jeez. One more, as long as it doesn't crit, and it doesn't. Now, knowing it will use Ember. Because I think it learns it at level 8. So, of course. Good thing is, since I got Leech Seed out, you get passive healing. Only issue, it's gonna growl you to death, and you have to sit here and do basically that much damage. Unless you crit. And in Gen 1, crits are dependent on how fast your base speed stat is, and seeing as none of these Pokemon are fast that I have, yeah. They're not known for their speed, I should say. Come on. All you got to do is knock it out. You're right there. The thing is, they go before you. So even if I switch and it has Ember, we lose our starter. And I don't want to risk that. And besides, both y'all deserve this. This is a group effort. All you need to do is crit once, and then this is over with. And I love how you can still get Leech Seed damage off of them, even when they're basically, they don't have any. But now that this fight is over with, level 7. I don't think dawdling was in the original game. Alright, now we have to heal. And now we're on our way to Viridian Forest. Let's see, did they say he was drunk? Yep, they didn't change that. They didn't change the fact that he was drunk, actually. But it was a kid's game. But they couldn't say that. If you were level 5, I would caught you, but you're not level 5. I think a level 3 Pidgey should be enough to get you to level 9. I'm right. You should have Vine Whip almost at level 10. I think you learned Vine Whip. Now, was Viridian Forest different in the original? I don't know. But I know this is a Pokeball. That's one thing I do know. Now, if this is still somewhat based on some of the Pokemon Blue encounters, there will be a Pikachu in this forest. But they say that some tiles in this game do not actually have any spawns. The thing that sucks also is the fact that these guys have Caterpies and Weedles. Our team that we have currently cannot be poisoned because they're part poison. And how they did that was if it's the same, the move is the same type. It cannot give it that status. So if a normal type Pokemon was hit by a normal type move that can give you a status, it couldn't get status by it. And the funniest thing that, oh, why isn't my body slam paralyzing? Why isn't this doing this? That's how they programmed it. It's amazing that the original game was a marvel. And it doesn't help that when you play the Gen 2 games, Gen 2 games are the games that are referenced in terms of the Pokemon that were cut from the original game because they ran out of space. Do you get level 8 because of this? No. Now, if this was the original Pokemon Green, that was fast. That was very fast. this game will be a buggy mess. So the fact that Pokemon came to what it be today, out of a buggy mess of a game, tells you everything you needed to know. Now, Weedle level 7. Let's Leech Seed. 1 damage, no 2. Poison Sting does 15 base damage, so the fact that it did that is amazing. And actually, Poison Sting is showing the wrong actual message. It's supposed to be neutral, because poison on grass and grass over poison. There's only one pure grass type in this whole entire game, and that's Tangela. The only other grass type is grass and psychic, and that is the Executor line, which is way later on. I'm picking the starter I used to pick when I was a kid. No, it's level 11? Okay. I'm gonna let you handle Kakuna, because the only thing that Kakuna knows is that. And the fact that it's faster than you tells me you are slower than normal Bulbasaur, which means... this is gonna be a Starfest. My god. Can you give me like 2 crits? Please, just 2 crits. This thing only knows Harden. Thank you. That's 1 crit. Can you give me 1 more? 1 more. That's all you gotta do. 1 more. You can tell if it's a crit by how much damage it does. But Leech Seed is just there so I can do passive damage, and not have to take forever to beat this thing. And that is it. Leech Seed takes care of it. You should get level 11, almost. And now you're gonna handle the last Weedle. Don't know if you learn a new move after this. One thing I do know is 1 damage. Now, another thing about this game, if a move does too little damage, it won't hit. There's a way that this game can program the Pokemon doing 0 damage, which doesn't cause it to hit. But this is the only generation that does that. Yeah! Gotta love Generation 1. It's a buggy mess. It's a buggy mess, but it's a buggy mess we love. And that is it for this fight. You should get level 8. I don't know when you learn a new move. Tackle and Scratch do around the same damage, but Scratch has a higher chance of not missing. And another funny thing is I haven't gotten an encounter yet. Isn't there an antidote right here? Not like it matters. My team cannot be poisoned. Neither of them can be poisoned. Now in the remakes right here would be a trainer. I haven't gotten not one encounter until now. Leech Seed first, so you can actually give it passive damage. And tackle it until it actually... I thought that was a crit for a second. Thing is, we don't get a special move until we get Vine Whip. Because in the first 3 gens, the type of the move was how they determined if it was special or physical. Obviously, normal moves are physical. Grass moves are special. So being a mixed attacker was something. I can't attack you with this. You may survive. You do. Don't know if that's a low or high roll. Love it. Welcome back, my cut. Or me cut. Yeah, that means I'm not using this Bulbasaur to learn cut. Nope, 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 none of that. Good training for you. Only issue is it has Harden, which will make your poison sting weaker. It's a speed tie, wow. Yeah, that crit really mattered. And you immediately leveled. That's amazing. Any more encounters? A level 5 Caterpie. The thing is that looks like the original one we got anyway. Because that's not a bad sprite. That's not a bad sprite at all. How much do that do? 3. Whenever I get hit by poison sting, guess what? It poisons. But whenever I use it, it don't poison. Pikachu is in this route. Okay. Because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if they had it. Now, if this was the original Pokemon freaking Green right now, good poison. If this was the original Pokemon Green, that wonderful thing that you just saw right there, wow. That Thunder Shot would be flashing. And causing so many flashes to the point where it could cause you to have a seizure. So I think they removed it altogether. I know it sucks hearing that ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong. That's one thing I don't miss about the old games. That's one thing I don't miss. I don't miss that either. I have an antidote, so you don't gotta worry about suffering. I don't think there's an item over here. There he is. What is it? A potion. He should have a Weedle. You have Poison Sting, and I have Poison Sting, so guess what? We're not dealing with that. And that's an over-leveled Weedle, too. Weedle evolves at level 6 or 7, I'm not sure. But I know it fully evolves by 10 or 11. I accidentally used Leech Seed again, that's funny. Could you imagine if this thing could ground? We lack a grass move. You should level from this and you should get your Vine Whip as soon as you level. I love how this Pokemon is trying to make us slow, but speed doesn't matter in this fight. Nice crit. Level 5, you deserve it. Do you get your Vine Whip? Yay, nope, level 12 then. Oh wait, there's a hidden item in front of you. Yeah. I was like, wait a second, there's a hidden item in front of him. Now that we have a Pikachu, guess what we can do? We can basically take out any flying types, basically, with ease. Of course, the first thing I see is not a flying type to prove my point, but they removed the flashes, so you don't have to deal with the flashing. But this is the original sprite of Fat Pikachu. After Generation 2, they made Pikachu not look as chubby. Level 5. That's the minimum I want you to be before I catch you with a Pokemon. If Thundershock does not one-shot, then you need some levels. How much do you do? 5. You do 5 damage. Don't even know when the Pikachu learns its next move. I want our Pikachu to get at least level 7. How close are you to level 5 first? There's gonna be a non-factor in the fight that we're gonna deal with in a second, so... The fact that it keeps using that move and missing. Give me Pidgey, not that. The sad part is the gym trainer and gym trainer. There's no trainers, there's just one. Has a level 5, has level 10s and plus up. How much? 3. Unless it's a low roll, unless that's a low roll, then we're fine. Yeah. The lowest level you can get a Pokemon in this generation is level 2. There is no level 1. Unless you glitch it to be a level 1. It's literally the only way. Every Pokemon you see in the early game are at least level 2 to level 5. So if you see a level 1 Pokemon in the first generation, that's a glitched Pokemon because there's no way you can literally get level 1 in this game. And Gen 2, there are eggs. The lowest level a Pokemon can be in an egg is level 5. I think Gen 4 or 5 changed that so it's level 1 instead. Not sure. Don't know when they changed it. Have no clue. But when they changed it, that means you have to get those first 4 levels yourself. Those free 4 levels. I find it funny how we only seen one Pidgey and haven't seen another Pidgey since. We've seen level 5 Rattata, we've seen level 5 Caterpie, we've seen level 5 this, and we've seen level 5 that. And the fact that this Rattata is faster than you, either that or it's a speed tie. I don't play the fastest game to give speed ties. How close are you to level 6? Or are you level... Let me guess, you're like single digits away. Basically single digits away. I need a Pidgey to show up at level 5 so I can catch it. Come on. We were so close. We got the Pidgey but didn't get the level. If this don't one-shot now, then Thundershock's just weak. Another Pidgey. Level 5. Can you survive that? Nope. Not with a crit you can't. 31 experience is not bad, but how much experience you need? 84. Well, the good thing is Pidgeys are showing up. The bad thing is they're not showing up at the level I want. So as we get you to level 6, I'm gonna get our Weedle to level 6 as well. Level 7. No, level 5, 6, or 7. One of them. Whatever level he evolves. Whatever level it evolves. How about that? We're gonna need a few Caterpie to show up and make this training a little bit faster, because Caterpie does give you a little bit more. If it was level 5. You would think with all the Thunder Shots I used, I would have had at least one paralysis. Nope. Pikachu is our fastest Pokemon we have so far. Base 90 speed. No matter how you look at it, it's base 90. Base 90 no matter what. So it has the highest chance to crit out of everything I have right now. Level 5. Level 3. The fact that you're not part flying makes it a little bit harder to actually level you. Let me guess, we'll get a level 5 Pidgey and then you crit it. And then I'm like, well, I tried. But seriously, that's part right. Caterpie is not bad at all. There's the paralysis I was looking for. There. Now that you're level 7, I don't even know if you learn a new move until, I don't know when you learn a new move. What I do know is, let's not switch y'all to, but switch y'all to so I can evolve this. Good thing is Gus is not a flying type move until the next gen, so neutral. The bad thing is Weedle has basically his moveset for the rest of his game literally as soon as you get one. How much do you do? 5. 5 damage, so you can't even handle another hit. How close are you to level 6 anyway? Alright, be right back. Oh look, we finally got a level 5 Pidgey to show up. Oh my lord! The illustrious level 5 Pidgey that I've been looking for. Because I knew it could be level 5 at least. That's the max level it can be. I got 2 chances and watch I miss both chances. 1 shake, 2 shake, no more. Let me guess, I'm gonna get you to show up and then you don't get caught. I only got 1 more chance, so come on. 1 shake, 2 shake, well, no more. Be right back. I like how as soon as I take footage, turn the footage off, I get a 2 level 5s. Like seriously, you cannot make this up. Evaded the attack is something that you'll see a lot from Leech Seed. Now, we have 10 chances. Stay in the freaking ball. Really? The ON is for it. The ON is to show that it's the first bird you get. Bird-based Pokemon you get. Let's see. Speed is 11. Okay. Well, back to leveling. Now I think it evolved at level 7, and yes, it does. Now, as soon as you level, do you learn Harden? No. Alright. I don't know if it evolves at level 10. It does. I like how it literally only needs 3 levels to become its full form. And as you can see, Beedrill sprite doesn't even look that bad. See, it doesn't look that bad. My ID is 46,000, which is something I don't ever recall ever getting the exact 46,000. Anyway, be right back again. Alright, it is now time for us to face the gym. Everybody is at least level 10. With that being said, let's take care of the first guy. Here's the thing though, since everybody's at least level 10, that means a lot of things. That means this Pokemon right here still isn't able to learn its Spine Whip attack, which means I still don't have a move that's super effective against rock types or ground types. That was a good crit. That was a good crit. A crit will end this, but you're not gonna crit. I don't even know if you're gonna get level 12 from this. If you do, you should get Vine Whip 100%. Vine Whip. Oh, level 13. You already had level 13. I would have never known it was 13. Funny thing about Sandshrew, you don't even see Sandshrew for a while. I don't think not one has a Sandshrew. When do you evolve? Not evolve. I already know what level you evolve, but when do you level again? 252. You're not getting 252 from a level 11 Sandshrew. Because you already got Leech Seed on it. You don't have to worry about damage as much. It cannot heal itself, so the only thing you have to worry about is will your tackle hit. What's funny is he lowered our accuracy, but we're still not missing, which is a good thing. There's the miss. Took it a while. 18 is not even half HP. 16 is more half than the other number. Leech Seed should take care of the rest of that, or either that or be out of Sliver. Like I said, you're not getting it from him. Oh, I'm gonna take on the gym leader despite the fact that I don't have a grass move that does grass damage. Look at that wonderful Geodude sprite. That's not the move I wanted to use. Gonna do that. You're not surviving another hit. Now we're just gonna growl. If we just use the defense scroll, we'll be fine and we can get out of here basically on free. 3 damage. The good thing is since Geodude is slow, it's not likely to get a crit, so you can raise your defense as much as you need to. The only thing that sucks is since I don't have a move that's literally super effective against it, or neutral to it, there's a chance I might get that bug where they decide to say, oh, you don't have anything that can literally do damage to it. I would say you literally have a move that's doing 0 damage to it. So what we're gonna do is cause it so you cannot actually do anything. Aren't you happy? So that means it's -6, so the lowest it can do is 2 damage. which means the lowest I can do is 1. But I'm healing for 2 damage no matter what, so he can't beat us unless he crits. Better use some defense curls. See, unless he crits, he cannot really defeat us. Can I get a tackle miss? Or defense curl? I would say I'm gonna heal whatever you give me back, so. Thank you, now I get some free experience. Free HP. Thank you for doing that, and even if you may not get 2 HP back, you still get your 2 HP back. Vine Whip, please. Thank you. Don't need to worry about that. Onyx Sprite's not even bad either. I don't have, as long as I don't do damage by it, it's useless. And it has to be direct damage, not just passive damage. Yep. A 1 turn bide. The only thing that sucks is if he uses bide again. I'll wait. And wait a little bit, get some of my health back, and then use Vine Whip. Of course, now it uses bide. The crit will not end this. Even though it did, basically. It didn't even crit. We didn't even crit when we did that. Well, yeah, ain't that funny how I started with no grass move? And then I get the grass move and it immediately takes care of it. You need 10 Pokemon to even be able to get Flash. He gives us Bide. Every gym leader after Generation 1 gives you a move that's the same type as the gym leader. Bide is normal type. And the second gym will give you a water move. The third gym gives you an electric move. The fourth gym gives you a grass move. The fifth gym gives you a poison type move. It gives you toxic. The sixth gym gives you Sidewave, which sucks. Sidewave sucks. Anyway, the seventh gym gives us Fire Blast, and which is fire move, and this 8th gym gives us Earthquake or Fissure. It's Fissure, not Earthquake. So, yeah. Anyway, we're done with the first episode. Next time we will take on Mount Moon. With that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye, and take care.